that much. That's why. So okay. I've seen you. I've seen you. Okay, so yeah, we have to start because I don't have that much time. So I'll need to know. Tell me about a little about your brand so far, and how you guys have been working so far.
Okay, so about the brand, it is a wedding planning company.
O-
It's a
Okay,
wedding planning company, and
okay.
yeah, we've just been planning according to the
Now
events.
me buy that one. No.
Though we've been on, we've focused just on weddings, but like now, I'm trying to diversify into other events, burials, anniversaries, big birthday parties, and all. So yearly, I run this promo package where I give discounts and other, other freebies. So that's been it about the brand.
Okay, how would have it been? Like, how long have you been doing this?
I think I kicked off 2018, 19, but I kicked off fully 2019 after my service.
Okay, that's fine. That's good. So, how much do you charge? Like, what are your rate like?
Okay, we charge between 200 to 300, depending on the number of guests and depending um on the kind of job. If we're doing a full, if it's just between 150 to 200. But when I started up, it was around 100, maybe 70k, 100k, 200, 150 was just the CM for some kind of jobs that comes, just studies. But it's really not like, yeah, people say when I talk to people like, it's cheap, like it's what's it called? The price is too small. I'm not giving value for my job. But I think everything is with time though, because when you pay 3 or 4 workers to job with you, transportation, we really don't have enough, to like still save for us. This is like not even this is like this is my main source of income. So well, I start believing giving your true service and with time once you get
Screen.
framework to landing 3 to 10 premium clients online for services. Yes, I can.
Okay, that's good. We are about to kick off, and like I said, that is done today was kind of short, but I was able to put together something I know can help you
Okay.
work effectively. If you use this strategy, I'm recording it. It's on record, so definitely I'm going to send you what do you call it? I'm going to send you the replay of the video so you can go. Amen. So you can go through it over and over and over again because it's something that going to really help you a lot. Okay. All right. So let's get started. So I'm going to be sharing majorly. It's going to kind of be like interaction section. I'm going to be sharing with you majorly 3 powerful strategy, which I believe that if you put these 3 strategy in place, believe me, you are going to hit a lot. I don't just teach. Sorry, give me a minute. Okay, are you there?
Yeah,
All right. My apologies for that. I needed to get my water.
no problem.
All right. So I'm going to be sharing three major powerful strategy that if you put these three strategy in place, believe me, within 3 to 6 months, you are going to be glad that you did. I really do not, just because there's something I've discovered about advertising is beyond just running ads. He has a lot to do, which is beyond running ads compared to before. What I'll just teach you is straight up how you run ads, and then but lately I come to discover that it is beyond running ads. Okay, it's not just by clicking the run button, doing the targeting and all that, because there are times where all this can be put in place and you will still not get the desired result. I've consulted with quite a couple of people and I've been asking quite a couple of questions, and then I discovered that out of everything they do comes under these three major things. Everything that sums out a powerful. I'm still going to show you at the end of the video how you can be able to run ads, but before then I want to show you that everything that you do come under these three powerful strategy. Okay, so the first one is called the mindset strategy. This is something I always teach, because irrespective of, no matter how well you run an ad, if your mind is not in synonyms with the ad, you will not get good results. So let's, as the scripture said, as a man think, so he say. That's the thing. So irrespective of how much you run ads, if your mind does not synchronized with your ad you are running, you are likely not going to get good results. I'm going to be sharing with you some examples. Then the second thing is called the magnetic strategy, how to attract the right kind of client. And then the third one is called the money making strategy, how to now collect the money from them. So the first one has to do with you, the second one has to do with the platform, and the third one has to do with your target audience. Okay, so these are the three major things that brings in a highly converting ads. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to ask you a question, and the first question is, how much is the maximum money you've received so far, like the biggest you have received so far in a job?
For one job, 300
300. Okay, multiply that 300 by 5.
as 1.5.
Do you believe someone can pay you 1.5 for an event?
Yes, now people are taking more than that, and I'm taking peanuts. Why would somebody pay me more than that?
No, because I'm trying to. What I want to do now is your mind. When you mention the 1.5, do your mind see it as a possibility?
Yes, it's possibility. Yes, it's possible. There's a possibility, but for me, it's more like, am I capable? Is it worth it? Am I up to that? Do you get?
Exactly. Okay, multiply it by 10.
That's 3M.
That's 3M. So can someone pay you 3M to host their event for them, to plan an event for them? I think you've hit your cap now.
Oh God. Okay. It's possible still. Like I said, it's possible.
It's not like it's possible. We've hit your ceiling already, because you know that this 10 this number, that is the number 10. You know that is not something that you can't see it as something that is achievable as now. It's because it comes like, this is now where your money ceiling comes in, your money cap. Because I discovered that irrespective of, it's not like about running out. Okay, let me give you a story about how I started and then how I transitioned into this. I'm not just going to tell you the full gist, but let me just give you. I remember when I started, that was I think 2 3 years back. When people want to run ads, now at least I manage between 5 and 6 figures advertising ad campaign. But back then, when people wanted to run ads, I was finding it difficult for people to pay me 10,000 naira. The highest I got then was 5k to run ads. There are people that even paid 1,000, 2,000 naira to run ads. And as it stands now, you can't, it's not like it's pride or anything, but you can't meet me with that kind of offer and I will answer you. I will just leave you hanging. Like, I just knew that no. This person is not the people I want to work with. Okay, so I had to multiply the number and know the number that is achievable. Because after, I'm not just now talking to you with this session, I'm also talking to myself with this session, because I believe that after this session, I need to do a mindset shift for myself at the same time. Because the thing there is, people are only going to be, I'm going to talk about it when we go to the magnetic strategy. People are only going to be attracted to you based on the level of your mindset. Your outcome, your result, whatever you get is based on the level of your mindset. So now you can see that your mind has a ceiling, it has a cap already there. So the highest you can go so far is that 1.5, but that 3M, you're like, I'm on 3M. So you can see that there is a cap there. There is already a money ceiling that is stopping you from going deep into. That is the reason why people will constantly want to pay you 300k, because you have built a wall around yourself at that position. So you do not see yourself charging more than that. The first question you're going to ask is, will somebody actually pay me 1.5 to manage the event for them? Right?
Yes.
So that's the thing. But the truth there is, I come to discover that no product or service is quite expensive. There's nothing like expensive there. It really depends on who you are working who you are working with. That is just the major thing. So the first thing I want to do is I want to expand your mind. I want you to see the possibility of someone paying you 1.5, because if you cannot see it, irrespective, no matter how hard you try, you cannot be able to get those people to run it. I'm going to ask you another question. Have you ever thought about a product or a service, and within a specific, you thought about it, or you discuss it with your friend, and within a specific period of time, you begin to see that ad on Facebook, Instagram, Google, and other platforms? Have you? Hello, can you hear me? Network. Hello, can you hear me? Now I remember, thank God. Okay, so I was saying, can you still see my screen? I don't think it's still showing.
No, it's no longer showing, just showing true.
Please hold on. Okay, can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay, so I was asking you a question. Have you ever thought about buying a product or want to use a service? You thought about it, or you have an interaction with your friend, tell them about something you want to get, and after a duration of time, you begin to see that ad wherever you go. You start seeing that ad on Facebook, on Instagram, or you're taking note of
Sure.
that here. So that is something about the mindset strategy. You see, I discovered that your mind and this artificial intelligence has something to do in play. I'm going to explain that in details when we get to the magnetic strategy. So the thing there is your mindset. You need to see people paying you that amount. You need to see people paying you the exact amount, because when you begin to see it as a possibility, the second thing you need to do is you begin to add more value into your packages. You need to, because I discovered that people pay for outcome, people pay for their experiences. So you need to start seeing it as a possibility where people are going to pay you that kind of amount. So we've gotten your cap to be a multiple number of 5. Okay. So let's go down. Like I said, the limit you can go is your money. So now, now this is something you want to do, and this is something that's really going to help you. So I'm going to ask you, do you know anybody in your industry that charges 3 to 5 million naira for events?
Yes.
Like you know someone already.
Yeah, not like personally, but normal talk. Yeah, then another, I just know that charges 1.2 million or above 1 million. Let me use that. Then people, normal talks now, boys are people too who have advanced and who have the clientele. Do you get? Like talking about Zafir events now, if she gives you a bill of 2 million, it's Zafir event, so it's worth it. Like when my friend was doing a wedding, she had to pay George Ogo himself 5 million, no 3 million for him himself to shoot her. So I'm like, really, you just want this particular person to just shoot you. So that's people have the money to pay. Let's say Abuja, where people charge that amount of money. So,
Okay.
yes.
Okay, so then the question is, now do you have like someone that stand as a reference who you look up to?
I used to not I would say not we're not closely related. Let me see what I just look up to her from a distance.
Have you okay?
More like a photo or something.
Okay. The thing there is because when it has to do with this, if you want to increase your cap, you need to find people who are in that industry doing what you want to do. Are you getting me? You need to find them and then let them serve as a reference. The reason why you are charging is not like what you're charging is about, but this is 2019, this is 2021. So I expect by 2022, your cap should increase, or you can increase your cap before the year runs out. So you need to find a reference, someone that stands as a reference through which you can be able to model what they do. It's very important. You need to find that person that you can be able to model what they do. Like me now, I had to find someone that model what I do and charges as high as that. That was how, and then I had to study what they did. So you need to find someone that model what, if needs be for you to pay them in order for them to teach you how to do it, it will be better. Okay, because there's one thing I discovered about courses, about when you make payment for something, it has, most at times, it is not necessarily about what they teach you that is going to make the maximum or the best results. But when you make payments for something, what you are doing is, I recognize that what you have is quite valuable, and I really want that value to reflect in my own life. That is why we buy courses. That's the reason why we pay for consultancy. That's the reason why we want to get more information. Okay, because there is something that you know that is currently stopping you from getting the kind of results you want. So you need to debug that mentality and then get a superior mentality that is going to help you position yourself in a way that people are going to pay you the amount that you paid. So I was talking to one of my coach, like that, someone I look up to, and this is what she said. She said she was finding it difficult to charge about 5,000 naira. Okay, now this can work for any industry. She was finding it difficult to charge about 5,000 to 10,000 naira, and then she met her mentor and told her situation, and the mentor charged her about $2,000 to train her. So she was finding it difficult to pay her $2,000. She was like, how can I pay $2,000 for somebody to teach me? You see, that was where her mindset is. And the mentor told her something that he said, and I won't forget. He said the first law to making the money is by being able to release it. That was the first thing she said. So now I bring it to my scenario. Before, people were paying me 5,000, 10,000 naira. But before I could, so are you with me? Are you still with me? Let me
No,
know.
sure.
Okay. So before I could be able to get people to pay me some certain amount of money, I had to let go some certain amount of money from myself, because is a principle. I think it's scriptural at the same time. It said something about you have to give. So there's he that giveth, there's he that scattereth and then increaseth. There's he that withhold more than its meat and tends to poverty. So you need to get this. Why I'm saying this is you need to get that model, and you have to give. All right, in order for her to teach you, because when you give her, when you pay for her expertise, you pay for her experience, it adds up to your experience. You now know some strategy where you can be able to take, and some things at the same time is going to expand your mind, because that's why we are going to charge you quite a huge amount of money. So it's going to expand your mind to be able to do that which you want to do. So first of all, find a model that can serve as a reference for you. Now you can say that I've not even started talking about the art itself. Okay, so your outcome in arts, like I said, is dependent on the state of your mind. Like you just mentioned, whatever you thought, that is it. So if you want to run art, you have to think it that there are people that are actually going to pay me for these services. I'm going to share with you how to create the kind of content you are going to use for the ad, because it's very, very important. Now let's go over to the magnetic strategy. There is something about the magnet. You do not want to attract, if you like, there is a nail in this place, or there are ions surrounded in this place, and you want to attract those kind of ion within you. You don't go around and start picking all of them one by one. What you need to do is you have to stand in a place, get a magnet, and walk them through that ion. You find out that depending on how big the magnet is and how strong it is, that will depend on the kind of nails, the type of ion that your magnet is going to catch. So this magnetic strategy is going to teach you how not to run after them, how to position yourself in a way that your client can find you. That's it. How to position. So now this one has to do with the algorithm, the Facebook, and this thing. This is where this platform, Instagram, comes in. Your magnet could be Instagram, your magnet could be Facebook, your magnet could be WhatsApp, your magnet could be Telegram, your magnet could be whatever social gathering you find yourself in. Okay, so now your ideal clients are looking for you, whoever you want to work with. I don't care how saturated a business is, a niche is rather, there is always a set out people who are your target audience, are who will always want to do business with you. So your ideal client, they are looking for you. However, there is a version they are looking for. That is why you need to put in more value into your brand, so that you can be able to get this kind of people working with you. Okay, so you need a superior version that enthrones you as an authority in order to do business with you. All right, so I've gone through your page. What you are doing is perfect, but there are some things you could incorporate that your competition are not doing. So what are those things that you could add to your business that your competition are not doing? This is something that's going to stand you aside from your competition. So you need to just graft out. Then you start. What are those services you could put in place? What are those type of content you could put in place that your competition are not doing in order for you to get the desired results? Now, the other thing is that you work to be a magnet that attracts the kind of people you are looking to serve. It's very important. like I said, there are people who pays 1.5, who pays 2. So you have to work and become that magnet that this kind of people can be attracted to you. Now let's talk about an ATM machine. Now the first ATM machine by the left is now this machine, it doesn't make noise. It stands on its own, but because of the value it possesses within it, that is why you see the one on the right, people will always stand to queue there. It doesn't have to do with anything. They will always leave their competition as long as they can find the value there. So your goal is to become that ATM machine that dispenses a lot of value. The day the machine if the machine stop working, they are going to leave that machine. It has nothing to do with they don't like the person. It has nothing to do with the machine, but it has everything to do with the value that the machine possesses, which is called the money. That is the reason why people are going to queue up in order for that machine to do, in order for them to do business with that machine, whereby giving the machine their ATM card and trusting that the machine in itself have the ability to bring out the funds which they want, only and only if they have the fund in their account. Okay, so you find out that in that machine, the machine has the ability within itself to reject some kind of people. Anybody that do not look like the amount they want to get that is in their bank account, the ATM machine will tell them no, that I cannot do business with you because you do not possess the qualification for me as a machine to work with you. So that is what you are meant to become, like an ATM machine. That is what you need to see yourself. So when people who do not have the resources, who do not qualify to be your target audience come to you, you tell them that no, I have checked through your resources, I have checked through it, and I discovered that within me, I have the capacity to host more than this. But I look at you and I discover that your resources do not match up the capacity which I possesses. So in that note, I cannot do business with you. So the ATM machine will tell this kind of people, I want to withdraw 100,000. First thing, do you have the capacity in your bank account to withdraw it? As for me, I am loaded with more than 10 million naira. So then if the person ATM, so when the person brings in their ATM, this is where you go into lead magnet. This is where you go into qualifying your leads. Okay, this is where you go into, we're going to talk about them. This is where you go to the client. So you discover that these kind of people, if they don't have it, the ATM will reject them without a sense of remorse and tell them that, hey, you just get out of here. Get out of here. All right, if you want to do business with me, then I want you to improve. I want you to grow. I want you to be able to have the resources that you can use to work with me. So be like an ATM machine. When you become an ATM machine, line of people are going to troop in like there, and those people that line up, under those people you are going to have the ones that have the resources, the ones that don't have the resources, and the ones that have more than the resources. The only thing there is, do you have the capacity to host these kinds of people? That is just the only thing. So you have to expand yourself. When you expand yourself and then you position yourself as an authority in your business, you add value which other people are not adding. You discover that these people will always want to do business with you. So now let's go straight to the magnet. Now you can see on my left, can you see my screen?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so you can see on my left that I would like to know, hope I'm making sense.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay, so you can see the left side of the screen. This is the magnet that gets everything around it. Everything gets attracted to it, gets connected to it. So I'm going to talk about the artificial intelligence of the Instagram algorithm. The thing there is, you have to understand that if you can think of a product and within a space of time you begin to find it as an ad, then you know that there is a force that is sponsoring Instagram algorithm that is beyond natural. That's one thing. So they call it the artificial intelligence, whereby the it's not like that ad did not exist. It exists, but at that particular point in time, you have need for it. So you begin to take note of every kind of ad that you see. So the algorithm has nothing to do with you. All you do is you tell the algorithm that, okay, algorithm, I want you to target these kinds of people. These are the kind of people I want you to target for me. And the algorithm will tell you, definitely, I'm going to do that for you. However, there are some factors that you need to put in place for your advert to get you the kind of results that you want. So this is where you will come into the high value content offer. Because that reminds me, let me ask you this question. How do you run your ads? What type of content do you make use of when you want to run your ads?
I use pictures. Like if you go pictures, then content. I mean write-ups. Like the last one I posted was about, what is that picture? It was 1 minute. Let me look for it.
Okay.
Yeah, the last one I did was more like an ember package. I don't know if I can share it with you via WhatsApp, can I?
Yes, please, you can share.
Okay, this way it's, yeah, I've sent them to you. So I've forgotten the write-up I used, sure. But something just very brief that anybody can just read through and get it.
Okay, still waiting for it to come up. It's not yet up.
Yeah, network.
Okay, that's fine. But the thing there is, inside your content, does it address these three? Okay, now when you want the ad with that content, how was the conversion rate? How was the lead generated? And then,
It wasn't really so. It wasn't perfect there, but let me use that word.
okay,
There is a picture thing, and most times it be like video content or videos make more. What's it called? Video attracts more audience. So and it's not always. I beg, the thing can be confusing at times. The picture.
okay, I'm going to tell you because you really need, when it has to do with advertising, it has a lot to do with, I've talked about the mindset. Second thing it has a lot to do with is the content. If your content is not good enough, you are not going to get the desired results. So now under your content for an ad should address three major things. The first thing is called the pain, the fear, and then the pleasure. So I'm going to explain this now. So what are that pain your target audience are currently undergoing that your brand can help them resolve? So now I'm asking you now, so what are the pains that you think your target audience are currently undergoing?
Please 1 minute, please, Felix.
All
Okay,
right.
come into the estate. Come into the estate plus 117. Come into the estate now. If you are planning to just come into the estate like plus 117. Those opposite the 7, opposite the transformer, please. Alright. Yeah. Sorry, I got a call from somebody.
All right, that's fine.
So you're asking what are the things?
Yeah, that your target audience are currently undergoing that your services can offer.
I think the stress getting reliable vendors. The stress aside getting reliable vendors, having an effective event, managing their budgets. Yes, those things are one of the strengths that is for working class. Let's say brides who have workload and still want the perfect wedding decisions. Then most of them or some of them definitely want somebody affordable be stressful.
Yeah.
Planning a wedding will be, and at the long run, you're still in debt. Like you don't have enough. So what's now the need?
Okay. Do you communicate their pain whenever you want to run ads?
Communicate their pain when not what and how.
Now, do you create because it has a lot to do with content. When you want to run an ad, you have to ask
1 minute, please. 1 minute. Hello? Where is that? Jerry. Okay, take it from the guy. Take it to the guy. Alright, sorry, I'm done.
all right, that's fine. So now when you are running ads, you have to, that's why I prefer video compared to any other thing. You have to explain, you have to pinpoint their pain in the ads. So now let me just break down a sample that I know you could make use of. Are you how am I going to put it now? Are you either a working class or you are you a working class or business person, and you need someone to help you plan your event for you in a way that it takes away the stress. You have time to focus on other things, and then I really don't know how I'm going to put it, but it has to do with something that has to do with their pain. So what are that pain that you think that they are currently undergoing? Because many people are, like you said, are looking for a reliable and someone that could manage their event for them. So your content should communicate that value that you are going to provide for them. So second thing is their fears. People don't want to pay for something, and they at the end of the day they don't get value for it. Okay, so that's one thing that they are scared of. If I pay for this thing now, will they get me the desired result I want? And then the third thing is pleasure. You have to do with their emotions. You have a lot to do with their emotions. So what is that sense of satisfaction whereby people are going to applaud you for your wedding? Now you can just put something like give them a mental picture of how they want their wedding to be, because if you can paint it in their mind how it is going to look like, and how you can be able to walk them through the process of helping them achieve their result, you discover that they will be willing enough to want to pay you for the services. So there are people that, like I said, like an ATM. So there are people that you can only give them, that is why you have to create packages. Do you have packages?
Yes, I do.
That yes, you do sound like it looks like not.
Honestly, I feel it's out because I'm with this team right now. I'm going through my page to look out for the con. That's my this. Okay, look at what I wrote.
Okay.
I wrote every bride comes to a crossroad where prioritizing, budgeting, choice making, and selecting a vendor or navigating how to bring your dream day to reality. Is your worry how will I get the video to bring my dream decor to life? Or how to get a badass DJ because you want to have the best dance of the moment? Skeptical about managing family, etc. Worry no more. Lucas events got your worries and questions sorted. Let's create your beautiful memory with you. That was the write-up I used. Let me send it to you, sir.
Okay. Can you walk? This sounds awesome. It sounds nice, but can you walk them through with a video? Now there was something I was. Let me just go ahead of myself. There was a video I saw. Whenever this guy plans an event, he always ensured that the groom, the bride, or whoever is planning an event for do a video for them there and then. You can just do a short video and ask them, you can just ask them, okay guys, so how is your wedding going now, or how is this thing going now? What can you say about this? So you discover that then they are going to do something like, wow, this is amazing, this is mind-blowing, like I never ever expected this. But then do not add something there that if you're looking for an event planner, I always recommend this person. I went through his page and I was studying his page. I can't remember his handle. I was studying his page some time back, and that was the kind of video that is available on his page. So it is not enough that you capture the image. Do you have a content that your like your clients have done a testimonial video for you? Do you have something like that?
I think I will. I think I do. So.
This is something that you really, because the people will not believe. That is something I'm going to talk in the next slide. Okay, so now under the high value content strategy, they have three things. The first thing is your story, whereby you communicate how you can be able to help them, whereby you share who you are, your experiences, why you get started, everything that has to do with you. The second thing is their client story, how you have been able to help some, because people will not always believe your words for it. They don't believe you. All right, that they'll say, it's the same thing everybody is saying. At the end of the day, many of them have had bad experiences about vendors, about event planner who charge more, plan their event, and it was ruined. So they don't want to experience such amount of thing. Okay, so but when you use a client story, like in during the course of that event, you have one person that goes around to ask to do, how am I going to explain it? Like these red carpet guys, like to do an interview on the audience that are present there together with the host. Okay, so if you're planning a wedding, you can just ask the groom or the bride a minute. Just do them something under 30 seconds. You don't need them to talk too much. They'll be like, wow, like this, I never planned it. Because if you're waiting for them to do it after, they might not do it. And even if they do it after, you won't get the vibes but when they do it there and then, you get the bride to talk, you get the groom, either the bride or the groom, one of them to talk for a video. You ask someone, you get someone to, the MC could even help you organize this for you. Are you getting me? You could work with the MC. The MC could help you organize this for you. You could just go around, pick 2 or 3 person and ask them, what do you think about the experience of this event? So when they can now say something, whatever that they feel or they think is the highlight of the event, and then you can capture that in a moment. So when you want to run ad and you use this content I gave you, if you use this content I give you to run ad, believe me, you are going to be booked. I don't even, no matter, it has nothing to do with your competition. It has nothing to do with, if you use this one in particular I mentioned, you gather those kind of content from 2-3 different people, from 2-3 different what they call it, 2-3 different events that you organize, you're going to really be booked, because people will understand their story compared to your story. So you could work with the MC. The MC, you might not be able to get the groom out. So the MC is the man of the event, is the one that organized everything, put everybody in order. So you can call up the groom and ask him, what's up guy? So what's up? What do you think about the event? So when the guy says something, that's a yeah, that is why you need an event planner. Like either the groom could say it or you could say it. That's why you need an event. You could either give the groom a heads up on it, can either give the bride a head. So depending on which of them is going to do. So when you get this kind of content and you put it and you place an ad on it, you are automatically telling the algorithm that I have put in my effort to giving you the content. So I want you to show this content. Wow. We're getting close. We have about an hour is almost gone now. Okay. So you are putting, can you hear me? Okay, so you are putting this content in place whereby you get this. I'm going to you get a recording so that you can be able to, because some of them might be sounding like story now in your ear. Okay, so you can put this content in place whereby you can get these people to work with you. So if you do this one strategy I gave you, then forget it. Your ad is going to yield you better results. All right.
I want to ask a question.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I got you very well. So also, like, can I get an after review? Let me see. Can I still like to of my couples and be like, please, can you do a video review of our services? Something like that.
Yes. Those ones that you didn't help get them to do it in the, so you can get them to do it after.
Okay.
So you can.
No matter how long, right?
You said?
No matter how long.
No matter how long. As long as the only thing there is that it depends on them now. So you could just talk with them and say, please, can you help me do a review for me? So you, but that will work. That will work. So you can use that and get new client to come in. That is going to work. But I'm just saying this now because I discovered that you've not been doing this. Am I right?
Yeah, I have it reached, but I've done it once. One of my last year's event, the groom was one who did the video.
Like during the course of the event?
Yes.
Do you still have it?
It's on my page.
You can use that for an ad. If it qualifies for most things, you can use that for the ad. So the only thing there is that ensure that this one, you ensure that subsequent event that comes up, ensure that you do it. At least you get like 2 to 3 persons to talk about that. It is going to give you a way. Believe me, we get 2 to 3 persons to talk about the event. No, one thing that it does there is the first thing it's going to do is going to sell you to your. Some of your audience are going to be present in that event. Some people are going to now have to meet you and collect your contact in that event. Because they'll be like, okay, that's true. I need to get the event planner. Because some of them do not know, they'll be carried away. But when you just make mention of it, if it's something that uses a projector, they could just project your contact on the projector. Or you could tell the guy to call your phone number so that anybody that is interested could pick it up from there. You have to sell yourself in that event. That's why they are paying you. You have to sell yourself in that event. So you have to get like 2 to 3% that you can work with in partnership with the MC, and they run that for you, because MCs sell themselves very well compared to you guys. So the MC is going to spice it up. Then the third thing you want to do is the prospect story. How you are going to walk them through and help them achieve their results. So like I said, for the advert, the pain, the fear, and the pleasure, then use testimonial videos. I've talked about this. So now let's go to the last stage called the money making strategy. At this point now, the problem now is your clients. So, or rather your prospects. Okay. So what you need to do is, now you've already, if you do this thing I've made mention, you've already identified their objective, which is their pain, their fear, and others, and then you've resolved it. So the second, those that now reach out to you, what you have to do is you have to walk them through the method of how you can be able to help them achieve their dream results. Very important. That is now when you now have to call them, those that calls you, those that you call, and all that. That's when you now walk them through on how you can be able to do it. You have to now show them the steps they can take, the packages that are available, and how they want to. Well, if you have 3 packages, it helps people to always want to make a choice. You tell them that we have a package of 300k, we have a package of 600 to 700k, we have a package of 1.5 million naira. So it helps them to make a choice of the one they want. They cannot pay 300k and be expecting an event of 700. It doesn't work that way. You cannot pay 700 and expect an event of 1.5. So you create a package that is going to work for this kind of people, whereby you serve those that are up, at the same time serve those that are middle. And if you create the one of these three, 300, 700, 1.5, you discover that most people are going to work with the 700,000 naira package as compared to the three. You have few working with the three, you have few working with the 1.5, but you have major working with the 700. So it depends. Just create a package that work well with you. Then you walk them through the experience. The major thing is you add an emotion to it. The goal is not to tell them the price, not to tell them. You have to create a mental picture of what they are going to get after the service. It's very important. If you can help them see, let me explain this. Your target audience is on one side and you are on the second side. Okay, so your target audience is now seeing their goal. This is what they want to achieve. So your own is to bring that possibility into their reality at this moment, what they are seeing. So you have to create a mental picture of what they are going to achieve using your products or your services. That is one thing you want to do. Create that mental picture of what they are going to achieve if they use your service. Okay. So I'm going to show you how to run ads. So just give me a few minutes. Let me see how I can set this guy up on this Facebook. Taking away my 1 hour plus. But so far so good. Have you gotten value? That's the most important thing. So what? It's like you're eating.
I'm eating. Come and join me.
If I didn't say it, you will not even tell me to come and join. You can imagine. What are you eating?
It's not food, guys.
No, Allah. You said?
Let's ask some questions.
Please ask, so why I see how I can just get all the Facebook account that are here. Looks like all of them are disabled, so I don't know. But nonetheless, ask the question. Let me see.
Okay. I'm just trying to go through what I've been jotting down.
Okay.
Alright, now you've gone through my page. I'm sure you've analyzed it. So now what do you advise? How do you advise I strategize to put my business in place? Like, just put it out there. Aside, this video reviews of couples or clients. Like, what else do you think aside this?
That's a major because I've gone through your page. Is awesome. Like the way you put everything are good. So that's a major thing that you need now. That one is now going to be. That's the one that is going to be the booster. That's what is going to be the booster for the ad now. And then another thing you could do is that just put your ad on automation. That is something Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? But can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. So what you need to do is you have to put your ad on automation, like I was saying earlier on. Then the second thing is you really need. I've gone to your page, like it's awesome, but you need videos. Believe me, all these things I'm saying, they are good though, but forget it's not as good. You need let me tell you the kind of video that you need. These ones are okay. You need a behind the scene video. You need a video that capture when you are setting up the event, how the event was how the place was initially when you step in, how it became after you've done your touch inside. You need a before and after content. You need a behind the scene content showing people what you are doing at the people need to know. Are you getting me? People need to, because I'm going through your page now as I'm speaking to you. All I'm just seeing here is the picture, groom. It's good, but people need to feel you. They need to feel you doing work. They need to feel you working. They are not feeling you here working. They're always seeing the thing and say, wow, this is nice. But when you create a before and after, okay, I've given you one content, testimonial content. That's the one I've given you how you can do go. Second thing you want to do is behind the scene content. Behind the scene content is you setting up the place and ensuring that everything is being put in order. That's the behind the scene content. All the work, all the stress, your calling of people. You need good video quality, man. You need to bring in your A game into this thing. You need, because me myself, I'm seeing you that you're going to go big, very big, if you do this thing in 2022. Okay, even 2022 is far. If you start putting them to use this year, so you need to go big. You need to have this mental picture. So you need behind the scene content. Let people see you doing the work. People are going to really want to communicate with you when they say that you're doing the work. The third thing you want is a before and after content. I'm not seeing any of this on your page. I am not seeing any of this on your page. That's the third thing you want. How the place was before, and then how you brought in your magic and how you change the page to be. So if you put in these three type of contents, no matter the package, when you start launching out and you do it consistently, you are going to really get results. Then the third thing, then the fourth thing you're going to do is, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Then the fourth, I'm sorry, I'm using my phone Wi-Fi, so I'm getting calls. That's why. So the fourth thing you want to do is to automate your process. Now, when I say automate, what I'm saying is run ads and leave it there. You can just pick one of these three type of content I mentioned. Testimonial video, before and after content, and your behind the scene. You can pick one out of the three. Put a 2,000 and don't spend too much money when you're running ad. If you do this thing, you find out that ads are not that expensive as people are shouting that it is. Put a before per day now. Per day. Is it much? Is it much? Is it much?
It's much. If it's not for 1 week, how much is that? It's like 2K times 7, that's 14,000.
Yeah, you see it. You are thinking, you think there's that.
I'm willing to spend money to make money. So far, I'm going with the ad. Because honestly, like I told you before yesterday, I paid somebody money. Okay, I went to just do a trial with her. She told me 3 days is 10,000 naira. You know, this woman just spent 4,700 and something on my ads. I had to go and check. When I asked her, I said, I paid 10,000 naira for 3 days. Why did you now use 4,700? And that's how they run the ads. That 5,000 guinea is for her service for logging in. I'm like, what kind of theft is this? And this is not nice though. So, and it will generate more, just give me likes like that. I have to do my big. It does not make sense.
That's the thing now. That's the thing.
I get that being a problem, because if I can target and it yields, reasonable engagement, what do I need somebody who can steal my money from? And she took more than half of 10,000 naira.
That's how it is. I won't lie to you. That's how I won't lie to you. That's how it is. Those people who run ads. That's why I don't do a 10K ads, and never in my life will I do it again. The truth there is, with 10K ads, you cheat people, because you collect half of the money, and at the end of the day, the client will not get good result. And you can't expect her to collect 1,000 or 2,000 naira for the ad.
No, but she should have told me.
And that was Most of them will not tell you. They are thieves. So my apologies for that word. But most of them won't tell you. That's just the truth. They'll just say that it is not. That's why when somebody. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. So that's how it is. That's the reason why that's why I tell you, if you're running out by yourself is the best. 2,000 naira cap. Unless you want to plan, you want to run a 100k to 1 million naira ad campaign. That is where you can now say, okay, you want to outsource. You say?
100K to 1 million naira.
It's possible now. Wait, see, I could walk you through a process where I can run an ad campaign for you with 100k, and believe me, you're going to make this an event planning. This is not something I'm going to brag or anything, but I'm telling you that if I walk you through the process of I'm going to, it's the same process I'm running you through, and I run you a 100k ad campaign. There is nothing on earth that will make you not to make nothing less than 4M before that campaign runs out. This one is not something that is bragging. That's the reason I don't this is those seats. Are you getting me? It's possible. The thing there is that your mind have not seen you spending 100k on ads.
How much is in the account?
That's on that section. It's not yet time.
I can do a 20k ad that should yield me something. I think I'm open to that because May, August, September, I've lost a lot.
Try.
And it's somehow when people are saying, "Oh, I'm booked," and you don't have even one job at all. It's not funny. So at this point, I'm risking it all. It's like, okay, if I can invest, because I started everything, when I started setting money, I did everything to fine, use it for your ad. But because she knows what I went through with this stupid woman that this last idiot.
Sorry.
And honestly, with the whole advert she was doing, people were even saying, "Oh, testimony." Okay, fine. I said, "How can you help me? This is not, I cannot say English, actually, don't worry." And so I said, "Okay, fine, let me just try your 3 days ad. Let me see how it's going to go." I used it, and when I checked 4,700, and I was like, this wasn't what we discussed. Now you said 10,000 for 3 days. How is this thing,
yield results?
I don't know. I don't know how she picked the audience. I didn't even know if I don't think it was a good thing she did. I'm glad to say I'm just getting likes. Well, I don't know what's happening. No inquiries, nothing. But it's all good, Sha.
No, it's all good.
Teach me targets, let me pay. Okay, then can you give me the money at my balance you have? Because funny enough, I don't know how she now did. She now used my own account there for payments. And not even her own card. So
that means they debited you.
Yes. And I asked her, give me back my 10,000 naira since I was one debited. They are still dragging that money till today.
And she didn't pay you for the one that was debited.
My dear, leave that woman. The girl, take what she's doing. Funny enough, she had to repost somebody's picture who is a hairstylist, that person I know. That was how I knew that she was, because she used Lagos as her location. That was how I knew that she's an Enugu-based person, and she's doing that kind of thing. Instead, I have time for her. Let me just sort out myself. And after that, I'll call her out if she doesn't give my money. And that she has sent it back. So okay, fine. Send me the bank statement. Today she's going to bank. Tomorrow she cannot go to bank. Next tomorrow this. She will not be going round and round until I need her. She will know herself.
Sorry, don't mind her. Don't mind her. That's what people experiences. The truth is, I've been in her shoes, so I understand what it's like. That's why I vow that no, I will not be there. No, I will not be there, because you will be ripping people of their hard-earned money. That's the truth. So it's better you charge high and work with few clients than charge low. And then at the end of the day, you have nothing to show. You guys will be dragging. But it's better. That's why me, I just know I can't go through all those stress again. I just pick the right client. I'm going to work with the right client. That's it. You have peace of mind. The person you're working with, you have peace of mind. Both of you people are happy. Like now that you're here, you will not be angry that at any point that maybe I overcharge you or something like that. Am I right?
Yeah. I'm very okay with this with your service. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie.
So that's just how it is. So I really do not blame her. It's not their fault. That's what you get when you really do not state agree. Like me now, if I'm charging, I charge from okay, lately I charge 50K for art, but I'm trusting God that from next year God is going to do something. So 50K is the minimum cap I could go, and even with that 50K, I have my terms and conditions at the same time. So then I have those. Sorry,
50K for how long?
it's for 1 week. It's not even it's a week, and I charge 20% of the ads budget.
That's 30K. No, not 20K. That is 20% of our. That is
10K. For 50K is 10K. So so I'm going to use about 50. We're going to use 40,000 naira for the ad. So that's what I really charge for this for advert. So people that says it's expensive, I tell them that there are people that runs it cheaper for them. Let them go. At the end of the day, they'll get complain. They'll still come back and they will still I will still run the ads. Oh God. So but the thing there is that this thing I'm teaching you is not any big. Why I'm charging 50K is because of that 20% in it. That's just the only reason I put that cap. If you want to run ads with, if you have 10K to run ads, I want to run ads 10K. I don't have a problem with that though, but you're going to pay me that 10K for a week. That's just my own. I don't really have a problem. But the truth is, I want to run the ads. That's just the thing. I prefer that you learn the strategy and then you run, because I really won't have time to be measuring up that ad. So back to what we are talking. So I've given you 3 powerful content strategy that you can use, right?
Yes.
Then I've told you how. Then the thing there is, I'm going to show you how you can pick your audience from Facebook ads. I'm using a laptop, so I'm not using a phone. So I'm going to show you how you can pick. No, what you need is to pick an audience. That's the most important thing.
But this ad, I pick ads through Instagram, not Facebook.
It's still the same. It's still the same thing. Okay, if you pick an ad, the major thing there is that Instagram, Facebook is going to show you some kind of target audience you can work with, and all you need to do is just put in those target audience on Instagram, and it will work. There are 2 ways I majorly run ads. One is by target selection. The second thing is by automatic. What I just do is that I position my mind, and it's like magic. But I've seen it work. Believe me, all the ads I have done like that, I have seen it work. So what I do here is I position my mind. This is something I taught you about mindset, because I know that if you think it, you are going to see the ad. So why can't I think a situation and run the ad and see Facebook give me the result? I decided to try it. I don't choose an audience for Facebook. I don't choose an audience. When you want to run ads, maybe you always see automatic, right?
Yes, I see. Let me go to my ads on IG.
Try running ads. You're going to see automatic. When you go to that target audience, then you now see choose audience and all that.
Let me just tap on one. Profile, more provide visits. Yeah. Automatic target similar. Automatic, yes, Instagram targets people similar to your followers.
Good. You see, when it comes to this, is something I majorly use for my ad. I just say, since these Instagram people can,
I can think a product and they will show me as an ad. Why can't I think my audience in my mind and tell Instagram I want them to run the audience from my mind?
Okay, are you saying this automatic and go with your mindset?
Yes, it can. The major thing there is, see, I discovered that when I discovered this thing I'm sharing with you now, I was like, my God. I don't run ads. This, if you pay me now to run ads, all I just do is I'll picture all your target audience for you in my mind, then tell you that you to prepare yourself in your own mind, because it has to do with when you see it, then you achieve. Is a principle, is a law. As far as you can see it, it becomes a reality. As you think, it becomes a possibility. So when you see it and you think it, you tell these guys that these are the kind of people I want to target. I have them mentally in my mind. So Facebook, I'm going to create this content already, because I know that the major problem comes with the content. So when I create the content, I put it with just 2,000 naira daily and I leave the ads running. My ad, this, I'm currently running an ad now, and that ad is going to run till whenever God tells me to stop it, or whenever I feel like I want to stop that ad. But that ad has been running since August till now. Okay, so the major thing there is the content. So you can just tell Instagram, all right, I've prepared all my own. I'm thinking this kind of people I want to target, and Instagram take up from there, and you put out the content, and then you try it and you run. The major thing there is the content. Then give Instagram every other thing. Those guys will deliver it to the right people. It sounds like magic, Abby. Oh God, I have never see. Believe me, this thing I'm sharing with you now, I have never told anybody. I have. I can teach you all the mindset strategy. I can teach you everything. At the end of the day, but you see this one in particular, whereby your mind whereby your Instagram algorithm correspond with your mind, in order for both of them to align and run out and get you the kind of result that you want. I've never told anybody about it. It has a lot to do with your mindset. First your mindset. Then, second thing. There's a third one, self, but that's not the one for this class. I'm not going to share that one, Sha.
Just share that one.
No, it's not me and you that is going to share that one. It's not me and you. So that third one, that one is where that one is the third law. That one is where the magic, everything works in place. Whenever your time is already up, so maybe I does this thing. So whenever you say you're not gisting. So whenever you don't worry, just put this one to place first. This is going to give you good results. That's just the only thing. I think I've shared more than value for you already. So put this to work. Create then that offer. Okay, I don't think I mentioned it. Then the third thing majorly is the offer. You are going to close more sales when you know how to draft an offer. That's just where everything is.
What offer again? The content,
no, when you create under the write-up, that your write-up also will help you when you create the video and everything. You do the write-up, but your product is not something that you put your offer on it. That's one thing. Your product is not something that you put the amount there. It's something that they have to call you, and then you get it. And okay, I've given you 3 things, Abi. 3 content. Now let me add the fourth one to it. And then I'll add the fourth one, I'll add the fifth one to it. I never planned on adding, but let me just give you the 2 of them. The fourth one is called educational content. I've gone through your page, I didn't see it. This is just the truth. Many people will want to. The thing there is that most people are afraid of teaching, but The truth is, when you teach consistently, people begin to see you as a go-to person to want to do business with you. They will see you as someone that has your onions. They will see you as someone that understands exactly what you are doing. Okay, so you create content once in a week or twice in a week. There's a strategy somebody used. I'm not going to tell you about that strategy now. I want to try it and see whether it will work. Once I try it and get the result, then maybe in the next, whenever I'm hosting my class, I might share that strategy. So there is when you have to create an educational content that tells people, one, tips on how to hire a good or how to know a good event planner, what to do if they don't have sufficient budget, because it's very important. Like me, I always teach people, like, if they don't have sufficient budget to run ads, I always teach them, I always create something for them how they can do. So you have to create content that will teach people how to run ads. I'm sorry, what am I saying? I have to create content that will teach people what they need to do if they don't have sufficient budget to hire an event planner, because there are people that will not have money to hire an event planner. They want to take it up by themselves. So you have to teach them something that can be able to help them do that. You can put that as a passive income. Okay, you know what? Whenever you are ready, this is something I'm setting up for a client currently now. I'm going to teach you how to create passive income. That means you can create an ebook, you can create a video course, something there that you can just put it for $5 to $10, and and people can just purchase it. You keep your ad automated, the ad keep running, and people will just purchase it. That's just it. Are you getting me? Okay, so I'm just going down. That is when you are ready, Sha. When you are, it's not something you can talk now. That is beyond the scope.
Yeah, definitely. I need to assimilate all of this.
That one is beyond the scope. If I start talking on that one now, you confuse the one I've talked. Let's leave that. Whenever you are ready and you want me to do that, I'm going to show you how. Is what either one of these two. Either I take the stress from for you, set up everything, run the ads, automate it, and then you make money, or I teach you how you can be able to go through all this process and do it. Although the price there is huge, but whenever you are ready, we'll talk about that one.
Like, how else give me the price?
You should be budgeting about $200. If I'm to set it up for you and everything, you should be budgeting $200. But if I'm to teach you, okay, sorry. Do you know why I charge in dollar?
Why?
The reason is because it helped me work on my mind cap. When I call 100,000 naira, people will see it as big. Even me, I'll be like, wow, 100k is big. But when I say $200, I'll be like, I'm seeing $200 and 200 naira. So I'm saying that this money is small. So that is about 100k rates. If I'm using 500 naira conversion rate, if I'm using 550, that's 114,000 or so. So depending on 110 rather. So depending on when you're ready, if I'm to set up everything for you, but I guarantee you, within 3 and 6 months, you're going to be hitting 5 to 6 figures from that ad campaign, that setup. That one is one thing I can guarantee you. That is one thing I can, and this is something that you can use over and over and over and over again. You can run it for 1 year and hit 6, 7 figures on it. Okay, but that is something that whenever you are ready, we can talk on that.
But I'll be ready soon then. Soonest.
No challenge. Once you are ready, just hit me up, and you have my contact, I have your contact, so we can work on that. So now this sorry?
No, you call this passive income, so I'll use asterisks.
Yes, passive income. You sleep and make money. Like, money keeps coming. It's not every time you have to keep working. That one is something you have. I always recommend that every business has it. Every business should have it. It's very important. This one is the one you are going to have to create for people that even do not have the budget to afford you. That is what I did. I had to create something for people that do not have the budget to work with me. So it's something that I always I would recommend that you also do. Then so like I was saying, I think I talked about the educational content, but that's the fourth content. So create an educational content that teaches people one or two things about it. Something for free. You could just put it out there, teach one or two things about it. You could just either teach them how to tie a ribbon, you could teach them the stress you can go through, you could teach them anything related to event planning necessary. So anything that is suitable for you, you could teach them. You could even put down on automated and run the ads on it. So that's the fourth type of content. Then the fifth thing I want to tell you before I can be able to man, I've shared a lot though.
Yeah, so you have what?
Okay.
Okay, the fifth one.
Okay. The fifth one I'm going to tell you is I'm thinking of whether I will tell you or not, but let me just tell you. Sha. The fifth thing I'm going to tell you is there are two ways to run ads. I'm not using my phone, I would have showed you. There are basically two ways you can run ads aside from that automated. Now, when you are running ads with that Instagram, the first objective they will tell you is choose. No, the first thing they'll tell you is website, profile visit, and then messaging. Correct?
Yes, let me do this. Yes.
Okay. So there are two major ways that can help you. Two major ways. Now the first one. Now when you use any of these four type of high value content offer, when you use any of these four type, this is something you want to do. After writing, you can either, the only thing there that I really do not know which is going to work for you, so I'm going to tell you the two of them. The first one is called message conversation. That's you run the ad telling people. How do you run your ads? Do you tell them to send you a message, or you tell them to
Instagram go to see profile visits is better.
don't mind them? I'm the one running ads. I'm the one telling you which one now is better.
Okay, so messaging.
Messaging is the reason with profile visit is they will always visit your profile. So it's just best you put it as message because it makes it easier for them to send you a message with that one. Okay, so that's the first thing you want to put in mind. Messaging, that's the first thing you want to put in mind. Then the second thing you want to do is this second one will warrant you using a website. All right.
Automatic. Okay.
Yeah.
Defining your audience.
No. I'm not talking about the audience. So what I just made mention was the first. Okay. What I made mention was the first thing where you talk about payment. What do I mention here? The first thing.
Instagram format now, what is it called? Your landing, like is it profile visit or messaging?
The first one is messaging. Then the second one is where you want to use a website. Okay. Reduce that. Reduce it now. I'm sorry for that. So the second thing where you want to do is landing page. That's you need a website. Okay. And now that website is going to highlight all the beautiful things you have done in partnership with your testimonial and everything. And they can depend on how you want to set it up. So this one is going to take you time to set up, and so depend on how you want to set it up. So they can now go through it, either book a consultation, either book a one-on-one consultation with you, or they can from there chat you up directly on WhatsApp. That's the two things. Do you have a website?
No, I don't.
You really need one, because that is where you have to. It's not when somebody asks you, that's the place you can push everybody that is stressing you. Anybody that comes and make too much question, you just tell them go to that website. And if you want me to create that website for you, you can send. But for now, just work on the message conversation. But if you want that website, you can just send me a message. You can just talk about that one if something that you need. So these are the two. Setting up your website and everything is 50,000 naira for that website, because I'm going to buy domain, I'm going to buy hosting, I'm going to buy some plugins and so everything should be 50k for that one. But if that is whenever you are ready for that one, That is when we can work on that. Okay, but for now you can use the. I'm just telling you these two things so that you can know that okay, you have two options, you have two in mind. Whenever you have a website, you can work on that. If you don't have a website, you can go with this option. Don't call me now. Sorry, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, sure, now.
Okay, so that's the thing. So the second thing is that website where you can just take everybody to, they will just go through the website, either fill a form to get to you or be able to talk with you directly on WhatsApp. So that's it. So let me show you how you can create. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay.
It's showing reach the people want to use.
Okay, let me show you how you can be able to create these people. So who do you want to even target? So that reminds me.
Intending brides, intending celebrants.
No, location. I'm talking about location now.
People around the East and Abuja, respectively.
Okay, but you've got it should be that reminds me. You've gotten clients directly from your Facebook, from your Instagram page, right?
From my Instagram, yes.
Okay, because if you've not gotten client from your Instagram before, that automatic may have some challenges. That's the thing. But if you've gotten clients from your Instagram before, then you're good to go. Okay, so this is where you you don't need this location and all those things. That's where you can do that with this. So this is where you call for your target audience. I think this guy is his brother. Ooh, engage. People that are getting married, then people are enjoying now. So you can see back.
Okay.
So you choose engaged. Now when you choose engage, you click on suggestion. All these things are going to pop up.
Wait, but this thing doesn't come out on Instagram.
That's the reason why I'm showing you how to do it with Facebook. That's why I don't need to show you with Instagram, because Instagram you're going to stress yourself and you might not get it right.
How do I even ask now through Facebook to Instagram? I don't know.
No, keep running your ad directly from Instagram. It's better that way compared to running it from Facebook to Instagram.
It's not this okay?
Well, okay. Like I said, this my ad. I'm going to have to cut out one I did and then I'll send it to you. That's the best thing I can do, because this my ad account now is disabled and I'm not logged into any of my client ad accounts that is working. All the other accounts I'm logged in, all of them are disabled. That's the challenge I'm having now. So I can't run ads with it. But I think I have a video on that. Please just remind me so that I can, when I'm sending you this one, I'm going to have to send you that one at the same time. Okay?
Okay, please.
Alright. So you click on engage. Alright, under engage, you're going to say the people you want to target. Right, since you say you can even work with people, because another thing there is you see people that there's something else. Target people that are newlywed is very important. The reason is because if you want to put in child dedication, is also not child dedication, is it child dedication? Birthday, yeah, birthday, because people will always want to celebrate their first child 1 year birthday. That's one thing I discovered. Say that their first child, that is 1 year birthday, they love to celebrate it. So put that in mind when you want to target. So you can put newly engaged, those are engaged within 6 months, 1 year, 3 months. Facebook have their details because those guys are going to work on it. You can choose people that are married, choose people that are in a relationship, because they will also want to engagement is here. Newlywed within a year is here. Okay. This one I really love. Engage shoppers. You can work with engage shoppers. The reason is you can work with engaged shoppers there. Newlywed too could work. So I think these are the people you will want to target. You want to target. And when it has to do with, I think most of the people who, I think it's you ladies that has to decide who your event planner will be. It doesn't, I think men don't used to think anything about that. Abby?
Thanks to women.
No, majority of the times it's you people. It's you guys, sha. That's the thing. So you might either want to specify target male or target female, but just leave it as automated. Instagram will know what to do. But if you want to choose audience, then you come here, you click on engaged, or you click on in a relationship, and then you're going to see people that you can work. You can target love, pride, newlywed, wedding. So depending on the services you are looking to provide, if you want to also add anniversary, you type anniversary. If you want to add birthdays, you type birthdays as well. So it depends on the services which you want to provide. Okay, is that fine?
Okay.
I think
Yeah, sure.
I think that's all about this relationship status. You can even go straight, and if you don't want to go through all those things, where is that? You can just click on browse. Then you go to, is it demography or behavior? I think it should be behavior. And go to anniversary. Okay, you can see anniversary here. You can go to there is, I don't think, okay, second one should be in interests, family and relationship. Okay, so weddings, you can see people that love weddings, people that, so you can see it. Then you can see motherhood, people that parents, or this. So relationship, this could work. Where is that relationship of a thing now? Okay, that is in demography. Then under demography, you choose this way you can get the relationship status of people who are engaged, who are married, who are in a relationship, who are open, who are, so this is where you get it. So this is all everything about targeting. When it has to do, you just fill in one word engage, fill in one word marriage, fill in one word relationship, fill in anything, click on suggestion, and they're going to bring out the rest list that you are going to use to run the ads. Okay, so any questions so far? 1 hour 32 minutes. All right, so I think we're going to have to call it a day for today. Okay,
Sure.
sorry,
Location.
is it for the location? It's still the same thing. Let me go back. Look at where you put location. Okay, this is where you fill in your location. Now there are 4 types of location. If that is, if you're running from from Facebook, if you're running directly from Instagram, it really doesn't mean. Okay, but if you're running from Facebook, there are 4 types of location. The first one is called
Instagram, I think when you send that video, I'll just study it. Since I'm only from Instagram, not from Facebook.
that's just the only. I do not have a video that for Instagram like that.
You say you're gonna send one.
The video I said I'm going to send is how to run ads on Facebook and target people on Instagram. That's just the only thing. That's what I said I was going to send.
What you're showing me here now, I was thinking, because I run from Instagram directly, I think I have to learn that shop.
And that's what I'm saying now, that you really do not need that video, because since you run directly on Instagram, that's why I just went straight to targeting direct. You have nothing to, you have no business to do with Facebook. All you should do with,
Let me now, since it's on Instagram, there's automatic and there's create your own. So now when I'm creating that's manually creating mine. That's where the audience name, interest. Let me click on interest here. Interest. Let me do relationship, like you said.
okay, tap on it. Any other suggestion?
Waiting on it to come up. Let me see. Family and relation, long distance, same-sex relationship, open relationship. So,
Click,
options here.
you can pick some, then write engaged.
Then use engaged and see what comes up from engaged.
Okay.
Engagement ring, engagement, what comes up? Engaged marriage, engagement ring, pre-engagement ring, customer engagement, civil engagement, download engagement, social engagement.
It looks like you're going to have to use Facebook to do that.
Honestly,
So you just use Facebook. Just come. The major thing for that Facebook is just to pick the audience. That's just the major thing. Just come Facebook, research the audience from here. Then from there you just copy paste, right? Be typing them, and then you are good to go.
alright. Yes, then you have to okay, you send that distance so I know. And it will reflect on Instagram here.
Yes, but the thing there is, I will always say, it's best you run the ad directly. Since you don't have any business with Facebook, all you need is their interest. So it's best you run the ad directly from Instagram. I'll always say that. All right.
Yes, thank God for best best turnout, 2,000 naira a day.
Yeah, one that 2K a day. The major thing there is that just get your content ready. If you get it ready, run your 2K a day. 2,000 naira a day. You can, if you even get the best content, it depends, and you can even put in. But for now, just run 2,000 naira a day. Don't go. Let me not tell you to go less.
Alright.
Yeah, for 1 week, and then just watch how it goes. Okay.
Alright then. I'll do that.
Okay. So, any other questions so far?
No. I'll just read. Okay, when you said this, I did some jottings. I'll just go through the particularize some and then try and get a video review today from a client, an ex-client or ex-bride. Then I sent something to your DM.
Yes, on Instagram.
Yes, even the WhatsApp pictures, like the flyers I did.
I see the flyer, but nah. Is it no?
Okay, it's a no for you. Okay.
Is it no?
Alright, no problem. I'll then know what to do.
The video you sent to me now, is it the video, is it for a client? Is it from a client?
The guy that is talking. Yes, a client.
Okay, no problem. That's fine. That's good. But just put this to practice, create your package, put everything to use. Then I'll just suggest that you hold on. There's some things you think you understand, but you really do not understand them for now. You hold on, put everything in order. Watch this video again so that you expand your mind, you get ready, and then you launch your ad campaign. Just keep me posted on how everything is going. Okay.